Chris
All right,
Oliver.
we live.
Keeping it real.
Let's do this, fellas.
Let's do it. Oh, snap.
Live.
We live, huh?
Yeah, we live. What's up? What's up,
Okay.
Pete?
What's happening, y'all?
What's going on, Cowboy Nation?
So we extra live.
We extra live.
Like no host barred, man. It's going down for real.
Yes,
well, Mondo, explain to the people why this setup is like this.
Well, what's going on, fellas? So we got a different little setup today. You guys didn't hear no cool music today. We got the host, the man, G. He's coaching his football team. They were invited to the state championship? Yeah, they were invited to the state championship. So they got to get practice. They got to get it perfect, ready for that big game. They did win the Super Bowl though in their league, but so we're doing it a little different tonight. We got the big fella upstairs. What's up, big fella?
I'm living large, man. It's the life of the 300-pounders. I changed my name this week to support my people.
Go blue. Yes, sir.
I had y'all a hell of a game.
Hey, and you already know. Shout out to my boy Rue. Allow me to butt in sports. What's up, Rue? Talk to us.
What's happening, y'all, man? What's happening? Man, it was a good day. Turkey Day was good. It was a good week, man. The United States going through.
They did, man. Shout out to the U.S.
Shout out to the U.S. Shout out to the 3 dudes that are from Texas on that team. Winston McKinney, Kellen Costa, and Jesus Ferreira. That man, they had a hell of a game. Pulisic with the game winner.
Hell yeah!
Congrats to the U.S. baby. It was clutch going and getting through.
And for all my Mexican homies, it didn't happen.
Wait a minute, the Mexican team didn't make it, bro.
They won.
No, sir.
The way the World Cup is set up with points, so they didn't get enough points to advance.
It came down to cards. Mexico had scored enough goals to even it up because Poland had let up 2 against Argentina. They were playing at the same time.
Right.
So Poland was up 2 goals. Mexico needed 3 goals to take it over, right? Or they needed I guess they ended up needing 5 goals to take it over because they got their 2 off of Argentina, and then Mexico scored 2. But because they had more yellow cards, Mexico didn't advance and Poland did. Had Mexico scored 1 more goal, even after Saudi Arabia had scored on them, Mexico would have gone through because they would have had more goals throughout the tournament.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was crazy. I ain't never seen it that close. That was wild.
Yeah, that was close.
That was wild.
That's crazy. That's crazy to win, but you're not in. That's to me.
Well,
that's
they
crazy.
lost other times.
Yeah,
they lost other times. Tied. They should have beat Poland, but because they lost to Poland, it is what it is.
And I'm my boy B2 Real. What's up, Brandon? Talk to us.
What's going on, fellas? This B2 Real coming at you live, direct, and correct with some news that you can use.
Yeah.
On my right and your left, we got the big fella.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What's going on, fellas? Man, I'm happy to be here.
Yes, sir. So let's get into it, man. Let's get into it. What we talking about? Let's do a little recap. It feels like it was a long week, man. We played Thursday, so it feels like we kind of dragged through the week after we got that dub. But Thursday was a good game. We came out. Everybody thought it was gonna be close. It was a little bit tense at the beginning, but we pulled it through, man. Cowboys got that dub, another divisional win. So we swept the Giants. Nothing new. We did it last year. But big fella, tell us, you had a little visit with Mr. Sneaky over there.
Man, Sneaky invited me to his Friendsgiving on Friday. And I said, Sneaky, I don't know if you really want me to come because y'all gonna lose. Okay. I'm like, how can you have a Friendsgiving with, all your Giants friends and then the big fella rolled in, draped and dripped out in blue? Okay.
Yes, sir.
I wasn't going there, any other kind of way, right?
Yes, sir.
So I went in there, bro. They had all these Giants fans in there looking all sad and want to talk the what if game. I said, well, y'all what if game for 10 straight games.
Yeah. Yeah.
So basically, what if didn't matter, But no, man, we actually had a good time, man. I was truly the only Cowboy fan in there, and
No, you wasn't. No, you wasn't.
Well,
you were the only Cowboy fan that claimed.
We all know Stephen is an undercover Cowboy fan, but he's afraid to admit that. Because I don't give a damn if I live in New York. I'm not going to a New York playoff game to see them lose. Like, that's a lot of damn money to see somebody lose. Like, I'm going to watch football that I enjoy, somebody I want to see. But no, man, it was a good time, man. I invaded Sneakyville. I showed them what a real team looked like, and I had to discuss the difference between an NFL championship and Super Bowl championship, and we still ain't solved that issue.
Still ain't solved that issue?
Hey, it ain't going nowhere. But all the Cowboy fans on here, I did represent us well. Okay. Hey, put like this: all the Giants fans left early. I was the last one.
Close the show. Close the show.
Hey, B, I made sure I was the last one to leave. B.
Yeah, shut it down.
Had to shut it. But no, man, it was a good weekend. The Cowboy game, the Michigan game, everything. Man, it was a wonderful weekend for the big fella. So. Hey, I'm ready to talk about all of it. Let's go.
Yes, sir. So what's up, fellas? Let's get into it. Anybody got stats? Anybody got stats on deck, Rue?
Man, honestly, for what we're looking at, I mean, just off the because I literally just got done watching it again. I want to talk about, I guess, if we had to talk about anything, how do we feel about? I guess I'm really impressed with how this run defense showed up. If I'm impressed with anything over the weekend, I mean, we held Saquon Barkley to 39 yards. We held the entire Giants team to 90 yards. And I mean, they got a running quarterback running around back there. And I mean, I get it. I've heard all the excuses. They had some linemen that they were missing throughout the week. They had 2 corners that they were missing throughout the week, but it's not like they didn't get the turnovers. They had plenty of opportunities to take over that game and do whatever they were do what a 7-4 team does. That looks like they're going to be a contender. But, I mean, they showed their true colors in that second half, and we came out and lit it up. And it was nice to see them staying true on the defensive side of the ball. This defense looks like it's back. I mean, it's looking like it's getting back to how it was in the beginning of the year in terms of the numbers that they're putting up and in terms of what you're looking at overall as a whole. So it's really nice to see that run defense solidified. And honestly, man, we got some pretty tough run teams ahead of us. Yeah. We got some teams that got some good running backs ahead of us on the schedule, and it's going to be a real nice, good test to see what this defense is able to produce, stopping the run. Because if anything's been our Achilles heel, it's been just that.
The run.
Rue, I'm glad you said that, man, because, they were talking about all the people they had hurt. To me, our win was better in New York. My starting quarterback wasn't there. My starting receiver wasn't there. Okay, and we still went up there and kicked their butt. Okay, right. So I like I was telling them, I said, man, there's no excuses. I'm like, in the NFL, it's all about the dub. They don't care if your mama is on her deathbed. You better get that damn win. Okay, so hey, when they add up at the end of the season, whoever got the most, you get in that tournament. So I don't give a damn who was hurt. We won the damn game, and that was the most important because. Even though the Giants, to me, I know that backdoor cover rule, I know that kind of hurts you.
Oh, man. Don't even why? Why you do that to me?
But what I'm saying is, man, the Cowboys really beat them by 2 touchdowns. Cowboys quit playing a minute left. They didn't care. The game was over.
They didn't even try to stop
it just hurt everybody who bet the cover.
The double-digit dog has been damn near bulletproof all season. That's all I got to say about that.
Yeah. Other than that, man,
wonderful all year. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm scared to see the number again because it's 11 this week. But it went from 9 to 11 in like 24 hours. I was like, damn.
But I am with you, man. I am proud. I am proud of the run defense, man, because I've been barking, and I wore number 55 today. Let me tell you why I wore number 55.
Hey, I was about to talk about it.
I wore number 55 because he made 1 good tackle. And I'm gonna support. Oh, he made 2. I only seen 1. I may have had an extra shot. Okay, so I seen 1 good tackle. I said I am going to support Leighton. Go Leighton, go Leighton, go. And I figured B would get a kick out of it.
I loved it. I was gonna talk about it. I said, you know what? Rue was talking about the defense, and I said, yeah, man, defense did play good, especially on one touchdown stop, Mr. Vander Esch. And then I looked over and seen the big fella repping number 5'5". I said, you know what? They were playing homage to OBJ all game with the one-handers.
Oh yeah, they were.
And he's playing. He's giving homage to Mr. 55 tonight, and I appreciate it. I like what I see.
Hey, I will not wear it at the house, but I'm gonna wear
it. You wearing it to the house of 750 people right now.
Well, I sure hope they appreciate this because I'm like this. Y'all know, everybody know I can't stand his play. Okay. I had to give him props on that one good tackle, and B said it was 2. So the 2 good tackles where he actually showed up like as a middle linebacker. So I'm gonna support him tonight.
Yeah, he stopped the touchdown, and then I think it was a third down conversion that would have happened, but he ran right up the middle and got a good tackle. So
fellas, I want to ask everybody a question here. What's something that you saw that kind of you think that we need to fix? B2 Real, what's up? B2 Real, talk to me.
Man, so
something you saw that you think we need to fix.
I don't know if I had too much money on this game, but it was a nail biter for me. I was like, the first half, I was like, these guys can possibly beat us. And it was the slow offensive play for me that I think we need to kind of work on. I think I've always seen us when we start out the gate, other than that Green Bay game, hey, we finish real strong too. Yeah. And I think that's Dak's calling card is his closing speed. He's able to get in the third quarter and convert downs and get up the field and move the ball and get 14 to 17 points in the third quarter alone. And I think that's exceptional play, but coming from behind is not a sustainable way to win games. So what I was concerned about is the offensive slow play to me, because I don't think that the Giants defense was just that great. They really made what's their linebacker's name? They was like, he's
ex-linebacker,
not Jalen. I was glad to see him on the Giants. I was like, good riddance.
Elbow.
Yeah, but man. I mean, other than that, I was excited about the game and everything I saw. And I don't know if it's me tripping, but did Micah seem like Micah to y'all?
I think he did, man. You got to think about it. They still keep trying to move him around, but against the, I got him, baby. I'll put him up. I'm sorry. Against my dog came in and he wanted to come under me. Anyway, I think against the Giants, they tried to leave him at defensive end, okay? Because they moved him both different sides and everything. But what really drives me crazy is our slow starts and our penalties. Just like Trackhawk said in the comments, is our penalties. Is because our penalties kept them in the game in the first half. Okay. 13. So, when we give up 13 penalties, anybody gonna stay in the game, they're gonna stay around. So we got to fix that. That's my biggest takeaway of the game. It reminded me so much of that San Francisco game because, that's why we could never just get on the road because we kept having penalties, And I thought it was fixed because we ain't had 13 penalties in a long time. But, when you got them at home, man, against a division rival, that's what kept the Giants in. That's what made it a nail biter for you, B.
Yeah.
Y'all excuse me, I'm gonna put this dog up, okay? Give me a second.
It was a nail biter, man. Like I said, I don't know if I had too much money on the game or not, but I was like, I'm gonna have to pay this money out again, like I did for the Green Bay game. But I like the game. I really was at ease around the third quarter. I said, you know what, we're gonna come back. We got the ball second half, and we did what we were supposed to do. So yeah, it was a good victory. It just was slow play in the beginning of the game for me.
Right. Rule, talk to me, Rule.
I mean, for me, man, it's really about just cleaning up these mistakes in this first half. You can't keep, like, if you think about it, we had a fourth down that we went for on 4th and 2. I don't know what the deal was on that one, but we had a long 4th and 2 that we turn over the ball on our own side of the field in the first half.
That's the second time he's done that this season.
Yeah, and it's like, dude, why do we keep doing this? You know, it was a long 2. It wasn't a short 2. It wasn't. I mean, it's like,
hey,
and you're on your own 40-yard line. So it's like, dang it, you got me. But it's like, I'm trying to figure out why we find ourselves in this position where it's like, dude, we have a good punter in Bryan Anger. Like, play the field position game. You have
absolutely.
Great defense. And the bottom line is, you gave them the ball on the 40. Defense did their job. We only held them to 3 points. Like, if we're thinking about that drive, I mean, defense did their job. But it's like, man, we're going to be playing better teams down the stretch. You cannot have first halves like this where it's like, I got 2 picks, a turnover on downs, and it's like, bro, hey, it's only 13-7. At least it's only 13-7, because that's really all I can really take away from that. That's positive, because the bottom line is, like, I got to give it to Dak on the first one. He trying to get CD on that second one, and I get it. And it's like, sometimes, man, just take what's given to you. Take what's given to you. Like, there was a play. I'm trying to remember where in the game it was. You know what? It was in the fourth quarter, because it was the catch from CD that they called back because of his heel hitting that line. But if you look at that play, though, I get what he's trying to do. He's trying to hit CD. I get it. You trying to get that man his touchdown. But, bro, it was the perfect play. Pollard comes in motion, hits him on the flank. They play the play action to Zeke. Instead of, you got Pollard right there.
Right there.
Free money. Take the free money.
Yeah, I saw that play.
Do what comes easy. Take the points and let's go. Like, I get it. CD special. You trying to show the world, CD, that man. I get it. Take the free money. It's right there.
That's frustrating. I know, Rue. I know you're very critical of Dak. I know that. But what you're saying is 1,000% true. Okay. I can't even defend him on that one, bro, because it was money there. Take your money, man. Hey, but you know, it's funny, you know, when you play dominoes, what's that saying be? All money ain't good money.
All money ain't good money.
So, I don't know. He may have saw something different, or maybe he didn't see Pollard, or maybe he saw him too late. I don't know.
I'm not saying he was alone. He wasn't like wide open, but bro, it was a gimme play. It's a gimme play, and it was designed for him. Pollard got sure hands. I trust him in the red zone. I trust him in the end zone. Take the free money.
Yeah. I
know you want to give CD the highlight reel. I get it. It was a nice pass. He put it where only he could get it. Like, it was money. I liked it. Don't get me wrong. Take the free money.
But you gotta, you know, Brandon said this too, man, that Dak is a closer too. I think the Cowboys have to establish they run first, okay? And then Dak gonna close the game out. All right. Because in the second half, man, the guy, he was good. He was good in the second half.
That boy bad.
He was good. So I know a lot of detractors will always say, you know, man, he threw them 2 interceptions. My whole thing is, don't throw them 2 interceptions when it means something. You know, don't throw them 2 interceptions when we down 7 with 2 minutes to go. You know what I mean? That's what matters to me. Okay, and he hadn't done that. Okay, but one of the interceptions was terrible. The second one, it's one of, it may be his fault. It may be the receiver's fault. But, you know, as long as he closing these games.
The second one, I mean, he trying to hit CD. It's a little short. Like, he probably could have put a little bit more on it. But at the end of the day, man, ball got popped up. Like, ball got popped up. It gets picked off by the safety behind it. Like, these things happen.
Right.
The first one, it is what it is.
Yeah.
It was a bad pass.
Yeah, it was terrible. It was terrible.
The second one, it is what it is.
I want to, you know, ask the guys in the huddle, Cowboy huddle. Just to piggyback off of Rue, what do y'all feel about the Mike McCarthy analytics on fourth down? This whole notion that it's analytics, it's what do y'all? I mean, just to piggyback off of that conversation. Go ahead, Chris.
Okay, all right. I can't stand that shit. Bro, I'm sitting here at fourth down inside our own 40-yard line, and I'm like, punt the damn ball. The defense is playing wonderfully. Let's play field position on them, man. Saquon scored on us because it was what a 3rd and 1 on the goal line when he scored. Other than that, Saquon didn't do it in the game.
39 yards.
Say it one more time, Rue.
39 yards.
Rue, they didn't hear you. Say it one more time.
That'd be 39 yards.
Okay, so if Mike, my head coach, okay, I think he got the job because he told Jerry Jones, I'm going to be aggressive. I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. But it's stupidity that early in the game because they gave him 3. The defense played well enough to give him 3. It should have been 7, but the defense only gave him 3 off of that stupid play, and I hate that part of Mike McCarthy. Okay, bro, it's okay to punt. We got a Pro Bowl punter. Punt the damn ball.
Yep.
Our defense is playing well.
Prolific offense.
Yeah.
What are you like?
It's okay.
Does your position change? Does your position change if those 2 are converted?
No.
Because B, it may cost us in the playoffs when he do some dumb shit like that. Okay? Because like Ruth said, when we get ready to play these good teams in the playoffs, we can't give them points. You can't give them points. You can't. You can't go for it on fourth down in your own 40-yard line in the playoffs. You can't do it. You putting
in the first quarter.
You putting all the pressure on your defense for no reason. It's no reason to do it. Punt the damn ball, play defense. We may get a punt on the 1-yard line. They punt it to number 9. He may take it for a touchdown. But no, we give up 3. Should have been 7 over dumb shit. Sorry, I'm cussing tonight. I've been drinking.
It's all right. All right, shout out Ivan Sosa, the league. Right now, we running on a little different time because Gary's not here. Jeep, the #1 Cowboy fan. So we don't have the link up, but I don't know if he's gonna come in, so he might put it up. So stay tuned.
But just post your comments and we can see your comments and we can
go back to one right here real quick. We need to address.
Go ahead, Rue.
We got one we got to address because apparently, where is it? I forget who said it, but one of y'all in here talking about CeeDee Lamb is not a #1 receiver.
That was Ivan Sosa.
And here's the thing. I'm really getting tired of the notion. Because the man in the last 5 games has averaged 90 yards a game. He's got 3 touchdowns. And we just saw him pull off a beautiful catch in the back of that end zone. And mind you, by rule standard, I get it. His heel came down. It's a good call. It's a no catch. I'm good with it. If by some miracle he's able to defy gravity and drag his back foot out of that end zone and make that a catch, we're having very different conversations today. But at the end of the day, I accept the rule for what it is. His heel came down. He's out of bounds. But I get it. CD has had some frustrating moments because for me, he has had some frustrating moments. It's like he's not aggressive enough to the ball. He doesn't come back. He's not. There's things that he's done, but I want to remind everybody, it's not like he's had his quarterback all season. It's not like he's not a young receiver in this league.
Learning.
We forget how long it takes these receivers to develop. Everybody's not Jay Jetta. We're already seeing some regression in Jamar with the injuries and everything else. Like these guys don't come out the gate like on fire like this 9 out of 10 times. It takes time. And he is starting to show signs of, hey, he is that man. He is that dude. And he's got to continue to do that. But to sit here and act like he hasn't done exactly what we expected from him to basically do. He's leading. He's number 7 or number 8 in the entire NFL in yards, touchdowns, receptions. What else do you want? We're not a passing football team to begin with. We are a running football team. So why are we so apt on this man is not a number 1 receiver? I'm sorry. He's doing number 1 things out there, and he's still young and still has time to improve. And believe you me, if Gallup continues to do what he's doing with his hands like he did against the Giants, and we get Washington back and they end up signing OBJ and he looks like he did in that Rams Super Bowl, keep on talking. Y'all going to be eating them words eventually.
Yep.
I want Chris to reply. I want Chris to rebuttal.
I like rebuttaling. I don't know if it's a word, rebuttaling, but I like rebuttaling. I agree that he's not a number 1. But CD has improved because I was very critical about CD's play. Okay. But you can't make a quarterback throw your way either. Okay. So receiver can only do what he could do when you get the ball. Okay. So Dak has had a lot of more confidence in CD lately because Dak has been targeting him a lot. Okay. So he has been making plays. Sometimes the one thing I'm real critical about CD is sometimes he loses concentration and won't catch the damn ball. He wants to run before he catches it. Okay. Other than that, I think since Dak is getting more comfortable, I think his thumb is fine. I think he's healthy and he's really targeting CD now. And that's also leaving number 13 wide open. To me, number 13 is our best receiver. That's my opinion. I think Michael Gallup is the best receiver on the damn team. Because to me, he got heart. He can make big catches. In the crowd, he makes plays to me. Okay. But technically, the number 1 receiver on the Cowboys is CD. I still don't classify him as a number 1 yet. Okay. And it may be biased on my point because I am such a Amari Cooper fan. Amari Cooper proved he was a number 1. The whole offense changed as soon as the Cowboys traded for him. You instantly saw the difference. That's what number 1s do. Right now, Cowboy fans are saying, okay, I don't see a difference because CD ain't making a big splash. But like Rue said, our offense is totally different from what it was last year. Last year, we were a pass offense first. This year, we'll run. That we all asked for. We all asked for that. We begged for the Cowboys to run the damn ball. The Cowboys are running the damn ball, so we can't blame CD for something he can't control either. Okay, so that's my response to that. I don't think he's a number 1 yet. He's getting better.
Here's what I want to say. I want to say that a 50-yard potential touchdown catch drop speaks louder than a quiet 6-catch 106 1 touchdown game, because we think about what could have happened, right? We think about, okay, he dropped that big play, right? Will he drop more? That's always seared in until it's not seared in anymore. Now, do I like CD? I like CD. I really do. I just feel like CeeDee Lamb is a complementary wide receiver. And what I mean by that is when there is a number 1 there, or even a solid ass wide receiver like Michael Gallup there, he does better. I think he's played better when others around him are like good. I don't. There are people that's people that I've played with that was that way. You know, when they play up to their competition, well, he plays up to his teammates. You know, and I just think that now seeing Gallup do what Gallup does, and I said this year 1 of playing with of getting Gallup on our team is this: the day that Dak Prescott and Michael Gallup connect, like truly connect,
it's a wrap.
hands down, best wide receiver quarterback duo in the NFL. Once they connect, because big play capability is Michael Gallup's game. I watched some highlight film from his college, and he was so athletic with getting the ball that wasn't.
I mean, he's done that for us.
Yeah,
I know. That's
Gallup
what I'm saying.
can go up and get it. Like
he's done it
seen
in college. He's done it for us.
And what's cool, man, in that Giants game, he started to kind of creep back into that, like just snacking that ball out of the air, man. And it was nice to see.
You know what I mean?
He's obviously still recovering.
You know what I loved in that game that Michael Gallup was doing? The old Michael Irvin slant.
Yeah,
yeah.
Snatching them Jones. I was just like, man, what that play been, man? We missed that play.
And those are contested catches.
That was when we needed a first down back in the 90s. What did Troy Aikman do? He threw to number 88 on that slant. Everybody knew it was coming, right? We all knew it was coming, but he caught it every time. But you know, I just like that. Back to the CD thing, though. Seriously, man. I think once the offense, to me, it still don't have balance yet. We know we running, okay. We know we running, but once we get that balance, man, I think CD will improve. I think he will.
You know, and I think with this receiving core, I think we're doing it's a lot of growing pains right now. I think we're seeing the development of all of them as far as like CD getting into that, you know. And I agree with you guys. I feel like he's not a true number one. You know, he's not a Amari number one, but I think he's growing into it. I believe even Michael Irvin came out and said, you know what, it's not gonna come like that. You know, it's gonna take its time, and I think we're seeing it. I think game by game we're seeing the development of CD coming into that number one role, and I like it. You know, I think that you know maybe bringing OBJ in, you know, helps him out, you know, a little bit more as far as, you know, helping, you know, OBJ being, you know, a vet. So, you know, we'll see. But, you know, that OBJ story, that's another story right there.
Let's get into it then.
Let's get into it.
Before we get into that, I think we need to talk about one other topic that Trackhawk mentioned, and it's a one word, and it's penalties.
Penalties.
What do y'all stance on the penalties for these games? Because I think I asked a question maybe 2 weeks ago. Do we ever blame our refs for losing a game, right? And the answer was no. It was loud no. We never. But as the weeks go by, I see more and more penalties. Is that a dumb play off offensive linemen, or they calling things that aren't there? What do y'all feel about?
You know what? Real quick, I saw or I heard a report about these refs that actually ref that game, and I think I
saw that
they had already ref. Which other? I think they ref
49ers. No, it was that team that we played.
Game. It was the Cowboys game, but I forgot who else they refed in. Where it was
the Giants. It was the Giants,
right? It was the last Giants game that they refed as well. So, you know, with the NFL putting out, I don't know who it was, so I won't even say that, but somebody put out a report talking about this specific crew. And so to me, it was like, okay, so they're putting it out there that this crew is kind of, you know, not you know, they're throwing flags, you know, left and right. So I think there's a little blame on the refs. Obviously, you know, we won the game, so, you know, you can't, you know, we lost or whatever, but I don't know, man. These penalties, they're killing us. Like Chris said, you know, we're helping the other teams stay in the game when that's not what we want, obviously.
Right.
Chris.
Yeah, I already talked about it. Yeah, so it to me is just the offensive line had a so-so game. Tyler had a bad game. Tyler got a bad game. He had a bad game. All right, it is what it is. Defensive penalties, man, most of the defensive penalties are one of those. It's an opinion, you know, holdings, illegal contacts, you know, stuff like that. It's opinions. A lot of times, you know, you can't really just, you know, in our eyes, we like that's not a penalty, but in the referee's eyes, it is. But the blatant stuff to me is the false starts, the offsides, the blatant holdings, you know. To me, that's stuff that we can control, okay? And I thought we had that under control, man, because before the Giants game, man, we didn't get a lot of penalties. What we had,
right.
In Green Bay, we had like maybe three.
Yeah.
Did anybody get a Raider vibes in this game? Man.
I was nervous.
I didn't, man. I was not nervous though. I don't know where y'all get the nerve. What was y'all nervous about?
That defense, with that defense, the way it looked, I don't think I ever at any point I really thought that they were gonna. No, I don't think I
mean, the first half, I'm gonna be honest. That first half, I was like, shit, here we go.
Right.
They kept us in the game though. It was after everything that happened, it was a one possession game. So it was like
I was in the Raiders game. I was like,
in my head, I was like, I don't underestimate any team, especially divisional games, right? But I understand that their greatest player is Saquon Barkley, right? Mm-hmm. And stopping him was the goal, right? Yeah. We stopped him and we still were like losing the game. And I was like, what the hell is going on? Is their defense good? What's going on? And I could not figure out why we couldn't
have a top ranked I mean, they have a pretty highly ranked defense. It's not like they don't. They had some pieces missing, but they're ranked. I mean, I know they're a good run defense. If I'm not mistaken, they're ranked pretty high on the run. And I know they were doing well. Obviously, they had some question marks because they had a couple corners missing, but their defense throughout the season has been relatively good.
That first half, it looked like we had a corner missing too.
He been missing all season, Armando.
But I gotta ask y'all, man.
I hadn't heard his name. I hadn't heard his name until Thanksgiving again.
Well, he didn't play against. He got hurt against the Vikings, and he didn't play against.
I was like, hurt.
Hey, but you were leading right to what I was going to say. The reason I wasn't nervous because the Giants don't have any explosive player except for one. And to me, other than that lucky catch, well, I wouldn't even say luck. He went and got it, okay? Other than that catch in the first half, to me, there was really nothing explosive that they did.
Right.
So, it is. That's why I wasn't nervous. I was like, why are y'all nervous? What nervous? Not one bit. Not one.
Are y'all nervous? Are y'all nervous about potentially signing OBJ?
If they sign OBJ to like $20 million deal, like was reported, and from what I hear, he's come back down to earth in terms of what he's looking at. But I'm gonna be upset because it's like, well, then why'd you get rid of Amari Cooper? It really it don't make sense. It don't make sense if we're gonna sit here and sign a guy off his second ACL.
Yeah, I think we're all on that boat. I think that we're all hoping they don't pay this man. Give this man the bag when we know we had Amari already.
You can't give OBJ Amari money.
I'm just saying, if you go out and sign OBJ and give him the bag, it's not gonna make sense to me. It's gonna be like. Really? You didn't even need to do this. Like, this wasn't even necessary. Like, this not necessary. So I don't just help me understand. But we'll see.
So how do you guys feel about potentially signing him? Like me, if we sign him, we're good. If we don't sign him, we're still good.
The money is all that. If we sign him, great. I'm good. I'm not mad if we sign him. I would love another weapon for this team. Because. I'm not. I mean, it's another way to spread the field. It's another distraction. It's another person to get some of the pressure off of CeeDee Lamb. Like, it's win-win-win as long as he stays healthy and he stays on the field and he doesn't cost me over $20 million.
Right. Chris he's like, we've been talking about the receiver position since the beginning of the season.
We've been talking about this receiver position since the beginning of the season.
Since the draft, if you remember.
We've been talking about it since the draft. You drafted a receiver who can't get on the field other than can't line up in Green Bay. We got a veteran receiver who's supposed to be coming off the injured reserve list. We got Noah Brown, who's never been cut in his life because the Cowboys won't ever, cut him. But my whole thing is, I think they're looking at OBJ just because he's a name. To me, the Cowboys honestly don't need OBJ. That's my opinion. I think it's a more of a cowboy. We are America's team. We give you a lot of status when you put on that star. He is like they're treating OBJ like we signed Dion back in the day. Dion took away the whole side of the field. So is OBJ gonna take away? I mean, create one side of the field to make CeeDee Lamb better? I don't think so, because I am such a Amari Cooper fan. To me, you did this in spite because you had a problem with him. Now you're trying to make up for it. Well, you should have made up for it before the season started, because you had opportunities to go out and get other receivers, but you didn't do it. You tried to do it at the trade deadline, and it was, to me, garbage receivers out there that you was trying to trade for. And of course, everybody wanted too much money because they know right now you desperate. So then the only person out there that you can get as a free agent is OBJ, who we still don't know if he's 100% healthy. He still got to learn the offense. By the time OBJ get ready to play, it's maybe 2 games left in the season. So, and then we're going to okay, we're going to focus on him in the playoffs. To me, I don't think that's fair to CD or Michael Gallup. Okay.
Real quick,
because they're going to try to force him the ball. We all know they're going to try to force him the ball if the Cowboys sign him. And personally, we roll with what we got. That's what I think. Okay. But we know who owns the team. So it is what it is.
Yeah, no, I think what Bruce said. I think, well, yeah, he's been cleared already. He's been cleared already to play, but I mean, I don't know.
I don't like this. Don't shoot me, guys, for when I say this, but I don't like the halfway house that Dallas Cowboys are becoming. Right. The triage unit of NFL players,
give him a shot.
We got Peters, hasn't played a game, full couple games. We got Jabril Cox. We signed him. He ain't seeing the field that much. We got OBJ on the radar. We got James Washington, who we signed at the beginning of the season. He ain't played a game. We got healthy receivers who ain't playing on the field. And it's like, well, hell, we'll take them. It's like we're the Mikey of the NFL. Yeah, give them to the Cowboys. Hell, they'll take them, and that's not, why are we filling up our roster with talent that we're not going to use? We acquired a fullback, and I was so effing excited, man. I was so excited to have that fullback in the lineup, because I was like, okay, man, we're gonna do strong eye formation. We're gonna do some twin back sets. We're gonna eat this up, man. And Zeke ain't gonna have to kill his body, and I've never seen him.
He never got out of training camp, did he?
He made it out of training camp.
He didn't make it out of training camp. Because I'm with you, B. When I saw it, everybody like, hey, we signed a fullback. I said, who signed the fullback?
Right. and so,
they had a fullback since Emmett left. Who was it? Lincoln Coleman was the fullback.
I just don't like the notion of this halfway house that the Cowboys is bringing to, and OBJ, great receiver. Take nothing from Super Bowl champion, right? Almost Super Bowl MVP if he wouldn't got hurt.
Yeah.
But coming off 2 ACL injuries, are we going to be expecting him to be able to play? Is he going to have the availability?
I'm gonna say one thing about these ACLs, because there was a report. Now it's basically, you take it how you will on these ACL on this thing that they came out from Adam Schefter. I think it was Adam Schefter who said this, but basically, from what they were saying, when he tore his ACL in Cleveland, when he had that surgery before he went to the Rams, apparently it did not go well. And this tear may have been a blessing in disguise.
Yeah, that's what they said.
Because now they've been able to repair. Now, again, this may be some hopium, because I have a friend who's a doctor. And when I said this to him, he was like, that's hopium if I've ever heard it. And I'm just like, and he a Cowboys fan. So I'm just trying to, that's as close as I can get to any kind of doctor report. So,
Dr. Green type of doctor? Or?
No. He a doctor.
All right.
An actual doctor.
Is he a green plus doctor or he's a black plus doctor?
Say again.
The green plus.
No. Like Red Cross, like you'll see him at Seton Hospital. The man is a surgeon. Okay. Like he a doctor, right. Not like, hey, here's $100. Let me get my card kind of doctor. No. Not that guy. An actual, hey, this guy is a legit doctor.
Right.
But because he's always talking, like he's always like, I got a group chat with my buddies, and he's always the one talking about, because he says the same thing y'all are telling me. He's the same one that was mad when we got Jalen Smith. He was the same dude that was mad when we got, I mean, he's like, why are we picking up all these guys that are hurt? Like these surgeries aren't just something to come by. But all that being said, these guys are getting like they got the best surgeons in all of America, all of the world probably. And if this is what they're saying, they're either trying to sell somebody getting sold, or maybe there is some legitimacy to it. You got to take it with a grain of salt, obviously. Because an ACL is an ACL is an ACL.
My whole thing, I think, what's frustrating me so much. Why are we talking about it? We talk about it at every show on ESPN, every local show. They talking about it. Why? Talk about it once they sign him. To me, I'm like, it's a useless conversation. We keep talking about somebody who 9 times out of 10 he playing the Cowboys to do something else.
I read an article and I saw an article that said Ndamukong Suh tied his name to the Cowboys with no real interest on coming here, and nobody even talked to him about coming here, but he tied his name to the Cowboys to drive up the value. And I don't know if Odell is doing that. I don't know. But I do know that everybody in the last 3-4 years, big name that we was gonna sign, did not get signed.
Never.
Jamal Adams did not sign. Von Miller did not sign. Bobby
Wagner.
Boy? Who?
Bobby Wagner
did not sign. I mean, it just name after name after name.
He kicking himself for that one.
And it's like, kicking
himself for that one.
Yeah,
are they using us as the name drop? So they can
raise the price.
Yeah,
maybe you ain't off on that one. Because it worked for Von. Shoot, he
got
paid. Yeah, Von got paid.
Yeah, Jamal got paid. Everybody got paid. Bob Wagner went to the Rams. Everybody got paid.
Yeah.
Ndamukong Suh went to the Bucks. I think they won that year. He went. I mean, it was. I don't know.
Hey, real quick, I wanted to throw this out there because I want to see if anybody else is thinking what I'm thinking on this. In terms of MVP, we all know this has basically been a quarterback award for the last forever long. Is there a legitimate case to be made for Micah Parsons to be the MVP of this league?
I don't want to be that Cowboy fan that just automatically just say yeah because he played for us. Okay. I think if he had that Bruce Smith season, that Michael Strahan season where you got 20 plus sacks, I would say yes. Okay. If Michael Parsons get to 20 plus sacks, I would say yes. Okay. Because I had a conversation with a Steeler fan. Y'all know Prince. Y'all met him.
Yeah.
Prince was like, if I'm the other team, I need to know where number 11 is at all times. I don't give a damn about nobody else. So if you got a person on your team where you got to find where he is, to me, he is MVP caliber.
Absolutely.
Okay. So
absolutely. Caliber.
That's the key. He is that person on our team. You need to know where he is. Okay. So if he gets to 20, I say yes.
I think Michael Parsons, like you said, is capable of MVP status. And the reason why I believe so, not just his on field play, but he's believable. I don't know who saw the interview after the Green Bay game, and he was like, "We can't do this no more." And he was very adamant about, if I got to make all the plays, we gonna win this game. And I believed every word he said.
He meant that. He meant
it. And then he got on the field and showed his ass. Yeah. I mean, he went crazy, and he changes the game. I mean, there is no other player on our team that we like put the ball in his hands other than, I mean, well, no, I ain't gonna say that. That's a lie. Because I like Tony Pollard now. I like Zeke now, and that we got a great ass team, man. But and
here's the only thing, and this is why I brought it up, because I really don't feel like he gets enough credit for all the hurries and everything else that he accomplishes for this defense. I mean, bro, Dorrance Armstrong is having a career year. He's got 8 sacks.
Yes, he is.
D-Law looks like he has revitalized his entire career. This is all based off of the effort and what Micah Parsons brings to this defense. If there's anybody in the conversation that's not a quarterback in this league, it has to come from Micah Parsons. The only other person that you're going to throw into the conversation for me that I'm going to put you and tell you, hey, you know what? It's a dependent position, but if you're going to put it out there, I'll take it. Maybe Tyreek Hill, if you wanted to think outside of the box, just because, damn. But Micah Parsons is doing things on this offense on this defense beyond sacks. Like, he's getting the sacks, but it's not just that he brings to the table. He is unifying this entire defense. This defense revolves around him. Just like Prince said, you have to know where he is. Otherwise, he will make you pay. He got 2 sacks in the game because passing downs, games on the line. Giants still had a chance to come back. Hi, Micah. Hi. Flat on your back.
Alex Mack said no. He's one of our subscribers. He said no.
And I get it.
He's a 49ers fan, by the way. So I want to ask you, Alex Mack, who do you think should be in the name pool for MVP?
Because he missing the question Ruth said. He said besides a quarterback, because it's a quarterback-driven league.
You know what? I think what Micah does is Micah does what we're doing right now. He changes the conversation. He says, you know what? It's a quarterback-driven league as far as the MVP, but he makes you think, okay, should this guy belong here because he's doing things? You know, this defense, we went from 0 to 100.
Say, man, as in the last defensive player to win the Heisman, the great Charles Woodson, go blue. Hey, he changed the game when he was in college, right? He changed it. You noticed him. It's the same thing. Okay. Because number 11, because even when we watching the game and the Cowboys on defense, don't every one of y'all look for him. Y'all like, where is he? Is he a linebacker? Is he at DN?
Hey,
where is he coming?
That's the point. Where is he?
He didn't play 2 plays.
He could be anywhere.
Is he hurt?
Yes. I was wondering, like,
in coverage.
Why the hell he on the bench? I was mad. Why is he on the bench?
Right.
It's just like, that's bullshit. He need to be playing every damn. So to answer your question, Ruth, personally for me, I changed my mind. Not even the 20, because when the national people even say, hey, the next LT who Giants fan can't stand, but dude, the truth is the truth. Okay, they said the same thing I did, when they said that Kobe wasn't going to be as good as Jordan. I said the same, he ain't good. But then he ended up being on the caliber. I still don't say he's better. But you see what I'm saying, okay?
Yeah. Michael Parsons.
If anybody looked like him, it was Kobe.
Yeah.
Kobe's the only one that looked like him. If you just blurred the image, you have a hard time telling the difference.
Right. And I didn't mean to change it to basketball, but I was just trying to give y'all a comparisons, because to me, I like to thank the Denver Broncos for drafting Satan.
You're right.
Thank you, Denver, because that's who the Cowboys was picking. Everybody know that.
Everybody knew that.
Nobody had Denver drafting a corner. Nobody had it. Okay, so we like, hey, this corner's falling to us, and every one of us was dying for that cornerback. We like, yes, we getting the corner, yes. And they took him. I know everybody faces like, what the
Mother.
Him or JC Horn.
But people forgot about Micah, including me, because he didn't play during the COVID year. Okay. I seen the kid play, at Penn State. I was like, damn, that dude bad, right? But then when he failed, I was like, okay, yeah, we do need a linebacker. But when the boy got on the field, I was like, thank you, Denver. I need to write them a thank you. Hey, you know how when people get mad at the UIL, I'm gonna write a strongly worded letter to the UIL. I'm gonna write a strongly worded letter to the Denver Broncos, thanking them.
You might want to hold off on that for a little bit because they got a lot of issues going on.
they got some problems, right?
You might want to hold off on that one. So guys, I want to bring up an issue. It was a pretty big topic, guys, and we're all different races here. I want to bring up the Jerry Jones issue. What do you guys think about it? What do you guys think about the Jerry Jones? I know we're switching up. We're going from football to speaking of Jerry Jones. This picture that came out over the weekend. It was big talk. Obviously, everybody, we're all different cultures, different races. So, what are your guys' opinion on it?
So to explain the picture just a bit, there was a demonstration or protest rather to stop desegregation in Little Rock, Arkansas, where Jerry Jones is from. And there were 9 black students trying to get in that school, famously known as the Little Rock Nine. And there was a picture that surfaced where Jerry Jones is in the back of the crowd that is trying to protest these students desegregating their school. So go ahead. Just a little backstory.
So what do you guys think about it? I take a look at the picture. This is me, my opinion. I take a look at the picture. I see a kid just looking up over the crowd, see what's going on. I mean, we all know what was going on at that time of in this country. We all know what was going on at that time. Was he involved? We don't know. You can't really tell by the picture. So it's tough. It's tough. It's a picture. What was it? 45 years ago, I think they said. I don't know how long it's been, but but you guys, Chris,
I think it was 60 years ago.
60 years ago, so it's to me, it's a curious kid. We've all been curious at one time. I think we messaged about it in our group chat and we talked about it. So that's what I see in the picture. I see a kid just looking over, trying to figure out what's going on.
I think I'll give my opinion on it. And I think I told the group this that time does bring about a change. And I don't know what his thoughts were in the photo. I don't know what his thoughts were at that particular time. But I do know that 2 years ago, when everybody was kneeling during the national anthem, he said that I agree with the unification of what they're doing. I just don't agree with the time that they're doing it in during the national anthem. And so I want to kneel with my players of all different backgrounds, and I want to make a political stance with them and let everybody know that I'm for Black lives and all lives and all that type of thing. So as of today, I don't think that picture is indicative of who he is today. I think and just without all the information, we can't make a full contemplation on what it all means. We can't really just sit here and say, oh, he's a racist redneck who don't hire black coaches. And it stands true because he did this when he was 14. So I mean, we don't have all the facts, we don't have all the information. But what I do know is he's changed the lives of a lot of black men in this country by putting them on the football field. So,
Chris, talk to us, Chris.
I knew this subject was going to come up today, and I've really been thinking about it, and I've been trying to stay away from it. The reason I was trying to stay from it, because y'all know my character, right? Y'all know the big fella love everybody. Okay, black, white, Mexican, Rue, shit like that. I love it.
We put Rue in his own category.
I'm trying to make a light of it because it's serious, but it's not serious. If y'all understand what I mean, because back in that time, it was serious.
Serious, right?
Okay. At this time in my life and this time in Jerry Jones' life, it's not serious because you see a kid there. Okay. Now, if Jerry Jones was with his daddy and his daddy got in front row, I'll think differently. Okay, about this situation. It's tough being a black man because you always gonna try to represent your race. You always gonna try to represent. Okay, but you also want to be fair.
Right.
Okay, even though some people that are black don't believe in being fair to other people just because they are the other race. But the big fella is not like that. I have to be fair. So with me being fair about this picture, I don't know what the hell Jerry was there for. I don't know what Jerry was thinking. So I can't give opinion on what that picture meant. Okay? Because I'm sure y'all can drag up a bunch of pictures of the big fella and y'all be like, what was the big fella doing here?
Yeah.
We can all make assumptions. Okay? Yeah. And just because of the times back then, the difference between black and white, it was very crucial. It was very toxic, okay? And at that time in Arkansas, it was a bad time. So you see a group of white people trying to stop a few black people, you instantly think, is this something not good? It could have been. I don't know. I can't judge Jerry. Only thing I can do is judge Jerry. Now, I can say this. Does anybody think people can change?
Right.
You know people who've been to prison. You know people who've been drug addicts. You know people who've been thieves. You know people who basically cheated on their girl every chance they get, and they completely changed. Okay? It's a guy on TikTok, the bearded guy, I forget. He told you, man, he used to be the biggest freaking racist in the world. And it finally just clicked to him like, why do I hate these other people? Because they changed. So even if he was racist at the time, I can believe in my whole heart, Jerry, if he was that, he's not that anymore. That's my opinion.
Yep. Bro.
I mean, honestly, man, y'all really hit it on the head. I'm not gonna hold him accountable for something he did as a child. And I mean, it's God bless me.
You guys don't. If you guys are in here in the comments, say, hey. What's going on?
Anyway, listen, I'm sure way back then, there's a lot of people you could draw up pictures like that of. And if that's the worst thing that you can find from a good old boy like Jerry Jones,
right,
then God bless you. Like, if that's what you want to hold on to, a kid, I mean, peer pressure is a mother lover. Yeah. I mean, it is what it is, man. He's a kid in Arkansas. Like, does it really surprise anyone? I mean, honestly, you found it. Like, who found this picture? Is my thing. Like, bro, wow, you did some soul searching, some digging to go get this.
You looked at every face in that picture.
Good,
right?
And like, after everything that we know about Jerry Jones, this is the best thing you got,
right?
Okay. I mean, I'll take it for what it is. And it's not just that either. I got to look at this man's relationships now, because I tell you right now, I don't think that there's a single former player that's got a bad thing to say about Jerry Jones. I mean, just Michael Irvin loves it. I mean, I don't know how many. I don't know how many dudes got a lot of negative things to say about him. He always seemed to be really in touch with his players, and it's always the thing that comes out, right? He's hired 37 coaches, I think they said. 4 of them have been black. but I guarantee you go through the league, he's not the only one. That's what the Rooney
Rue,
Rule
I
was.
know you know this. Who is the player development guy for the Cowboys? Who does the scouting for the Cowboys?
Oh man.
It's Will McClay, right?
Okay.
What color is Will McClay?
I mean,
He's black, right?
I
He's
mean,
black. Why the Cowboys are winning? Because the Cowboys draft picks have been bang, 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 bang.
They've
Who
all
did
hit.
that?
I mean, they've been hitting. It is
Will
what it
McClay,
is.
right?
Yeah.
Everybody been like, man, please, if we gonna lose, we can't lose two people, Will McClay and our defensive coordinator. Okay, because he's been hitting. So just because he hadn't hired black coaches, the person who's really running the Cowboys, Will McClay and Stephen Jones. So is he racist because he ain't the black man is making these picks? You know,
the biggest thing is, y'all are pretty much already hit everything that needed to be hit, but it's just like, dude, we're really reaching with stuff like this. Like, I get it, but it's not like this ain't even like Gruden's emails. Like, bro, you found a picture from freaking like, golly, this is it. This is, I was real. If I'm being honest, I expected more. If I'm being honest,
right.
If there was anything that was gonna come out, I didn't expect it to be something like this. If there was, because you know where it came from. It came from the homeboy in Washington. This is where it came from. Where else is something like this gonna come from?
Right.
He got all the dirt. He said he was gonna do this.
He said he gonna dig it up.
He did say that. Yeah, he did say that.
Hey, Will, I didn't even think about that, bro.
This is it. I'm not, and I guarantee you, if we start digging into every owner, you're gonna find some stuff, because the man up there in New England, everybody just swept that under the rug, didn't they? Like, we just act like nothing happened.
They got rid of the Carolinas owner because of that racist crap. Yeah,
I'm just saying, like, it's, you know, we're acting like, you got people acting like the Clippers owner, like this is that, and I'm like, bro, come on, that was crazy. Y'all remember that?
Yep.
Yeah,
that was bad. Like,
he need some juice.
He got everything.
Juice, honey?
That was bad.
All right. What else you got, B?
Talk to us, B.
I don't got nothing else, man. I'm
all right.
I'm done with that.
We're going into this Colts week. We're happy. We're excited.
Prime time.
Winning.
They love to torture us, don't they?
But we going into a Jonathan Taylor Colts team, you know.
Yeah.
They don't have a quarterback. They got Matt Ryan. He's you know, he's not the old Matt Ryan. You know, so
he's better than Sam Ehlinger. That's all.
That ain't no lie, but that ain't hard to do.
That's all. That's all I'm saying. Like, he's better than Sam Ehlinger.
Why you gotta bring up old shit? You didn't set Rue off, man. Come on, man. You mentioned Sam.
I'm not a fan, bro. I'm not. I never was. I know he got a lot. He got a lot of loyal followers and lovers out here in Austin. I'm just like, I don't know what y'all were watching.
Colt McCoy played pretty good, son.
Colt McCoy was a G. Colt McCoy is one of the best backups in the league too. Shout out Colt McCoy.
Shout out Cooper Rush, best quarterback reliever in the league.
Yeah, no, I'm giving that one to Colt. I'm giving it to Colt.
5-1, baby. 5-1, baby.
My key for the game. My key for the game against the Colts is very simple. Hey, just like the key against this last 4 weeks. Hey, we got to stop the run. Hey, if we do Jonathan Taylor like we did Saquon, man, we're gonna walk out the building in prime time, because number one, Armando need to get over 500 at the game. That's number one. Number two, we want to see that consistency on defense for them stopping the run. That's another thing. Okay, and if you got the stature back there, Matt Ryan, he can't do a 5-step drop against them boys. He got to do 3 and throw that joint real quick, right?
Yeah.
So I think we'll get to him, man. I think, hey, Michael may have 3 to 4 this week.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So now, don't get me wrong, man. I thought the coach was going to be a lot better this year. You know, when they got Matty, because they gave up on Carson Wentz so fast. You know, they dropped him like a bad cold. But I think what happened is, man, they ain't got no blocking. They only, and then Jonathan got hurt a couple games. They really don't have a lead receiver right now. They star middle linebacker got hurt. I mean, it was a lot of things that happened to the Colts, man, that made them not be as good this year. But we don't need them trying to show up against the Cowboys on a primetime game either. Like B said, hey, we need to get starting a little early in this game. Okay, we can't be messing around. We're letting these folks, because B may have a lot of money on the riding on this game. So we need to not make his nails disappear and he be biting on skin.
Hey, listen, man. I was super nervous. And it was Thanksgiving. I was like, oh, not a repeat.
Right?
Not again.
I'm excited for this game, and I think the same thing. I think we got to stop Jonathan Taylor. I think that's it. That's all I see. We got to stop Jonathan Taylor and get off to a good start early. Get a big lead.
And I mean, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, just saying, I'm excited. I'll be there. As Chris said, I'll be there. But it's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a good time.
I mean, I want to just throw it in there that we keep talking about mentioning stopping Jonathan Taylor, and honestly, guys, a lot of teams have been doing that this season. He hasn't been like doing right. He hasn't been doing
the last few weeks though. He has turned it around. He's been coming on these last few weeks, and he's still got that capability to be that dude. Like I'm
not taking nothing away from him, but like you said, it's week 12, and he's just now really starting to get back to who we think he can be. You know what I'm saying? That's because Matt Ryan is back. Now, Matt Ryan will be relying on him way more in the passing game than the running game. And that's what I'm getting at. Like the running game, he's not really Jonathan Taylor, the rusher. He's the Jonathan Taylor out the backfield more than anything. So that
the real question though, B, the real question is, will the big fella be wearing number 55 again next week?
No.
Okay.
I don't know. Over that pile. Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you this. We're giving a lot of that credit to 55, but man, it goes without being said, Bland has been showing up also. Like Bland is a big part of them really holding down that run defense. And if it comes to this game, man, that offensive line for the Colts is very porous. They're not very good. I'm really with Chris. I hope they pass the ball. Micah gonna feast if they pass the ball and they can't run. It's gonna be bad for them, because I mean it's Pittman, it's Alex Pierce, Alec Pierce, and it's come on now. It ain't enough.
Whoever lines up on Brown, that's who you got to be concerned though. You're like, oh shit,
y'all need to stop with this Brown.
He may have a 70-yard touchdown.
He has a big game. I think Diggs has a big game this game. With Matty Ice trying to throw, I think Diggs gets a couple this game.
Well, he's due. They
don't throw him the ball. They ain't
be
targeting him like that now. He hasn't gotten nearly as many targets this year. Like they might get one or two passes on him a game, it feels like, and it's just like it's been shut down after that.
Those quick slants, quick slant. That's what they get on him. But it's gonna be a good game. Predictions, guys. Predictions. Big fella.
All right. I've been doing some outlandish predictions lately, but I'm gonna give y'all a real prediction on this game. Okay. When Dak starts, we average 30 points. Cowboys 35. Colts 10.
5-10. That's good. B.
I got 36-6 Cowboys.
2 field goals.
Yeah, 2 field goals. Or a touchdown and a missed field goal.
There it is. Rue, talk to us.
I got defense hold strong. You're looking at 31-10 final.
You playing the over? You playing the over?
He's playing the over, I think.
No, the number should be at like 45. I don't know where it's at, but if it goes like I said, it'll be under. I've been on the under all year. It hasn't paid off for me these last few weeks, but it was killing in the beginning.
What you got, Armando?
I'm gonna go 32-0. I think we give him
not the donut.
Goose egg.
Guys, goose egg. You know,
donut.
This defense is playing outstanding. We hold Jonathan Taylor. I don't see anything else they can do to us, but I think we give them the goose egg this week. So, you know, Cowboys
gonna be running scared.
You know,
I think Ivan had a question for Rue.
For me,
he said, "Do we blow out the Colts?"
I mean, 31-10. Hell yeah, 3 touchdowns. I'll take it.
So Rue saying we're gonna blow them out.
Yeah, I said 35-10. Armando said.
I was just waiting. I was like, here it comes.
Mondo got the shutout. You know,
I got the shutout going.
He laid the goose egg on him.
Yeah.
Y'all know what this means. That means the game gonna be close now. You know that, though.
Yeah, I know.
No.
We done jinxed them.
We jinxed them. You know the game gonna be close.
I hope not, but if anybody's gonna be at the game, hey, you guys know, man, we're gonna be there. I think the big fella's gonna tailgate as well. We're gonna hit.
Yeah. Hey, send me the link, man, and I'll pause. Send me the location.
Hey,
send me the location. send me the location so I can come to the tailgate, man.
So you cannot eat hot dogs around B. Is that the deal here? Like,
you can eat whatever you want. Hey, you can eat whatever you want. You can eat whatever you want.
You better be shielding behind your hat if you got hot dogs or corn dogs around B.
Ain't no glizzies around B.
Hey, stuff your mouth with whatever. I don't care.
And his family hold on. At the kickoff party, he bought the sausages.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. Eat what you want. But you didn't see me with one though.
Oh my god!
I had ribs.
That's funny.
Ribs.
That is funny.
Ribs.
We had the wheels.
All right, fellas. I think that's it, man. For the night,
man.
I think we had a great show.
Good show.
You know, like I always say, don't nothing come to a sleeper but a dream. So let's make it happen.
Yes, sir.
Cowboys. You got Gary 2.0.